So how do we feel after all that work on that neck area?
It honestly feels so much better.
Welcome back, everybody. We have a very special guest today in the clinic. We have my wife, Mackenzie. Mackenzie has been dealing with a lot of headaches lately, some neck issues that stem all the way down her mid-back and even into her lower back. She's currently a school teacher, but I'll kind of let her explain a little bit about what she's been feeling over the past several months and kind of how chiropractic's been helping her.
Yeah, so a lot of the tension in my neck and upper back kind of originated when we had our daughter back almost 2 years ago. Just kind of carrying her around, especially on this side, it's caused a lot of tension build up back behind that scapula and going up into the neck area. So it's given me a lot of tension headaches right on the temples.
And you were getting adjusted pretty regularly while you were pregnant too, and that helped you a lot.
Yeah, it did. It was very beneficial to prepare my body for that extreme process.
Yeah, and kind of even right after, you were dealing with, kind of a lot of tension, but you were kind of laid up for a little while, and we were doing a lot of muscle work and a lot of adjusting then, and I think it actually helped her kind of rebound back from that pregnancy a little bit faster. But more recently with the teaching aspect of it, you're on your feet a lot throughout the day and doing a lot of computer work, a lot of notes, things like that. And today you were talking about your eyes and kind of some tension headaches. Explain a little bit about
that. Towards the end of the Christmas break, we have a lot more paperwork that we have to do. I'm sitting more at my desk than I would normally be, kind of at that slouch position, which again kind of radiates up into my eyes, has caused it difficult for my contacts to focus, which again strains those eye muscles, leading to those temporal headaches.
Definitely. So what we're going to do today with Mackenzie is we're going to get some adjusting going on in that cervical area. I'm going to do some muscle work in these suboccipital muscles back here, and I'll explain a little bit more about that as we get into it. And then we're actually going to do some pretty cool stretching with her neck muscles here that she really enjoys. Helps with your flexibility, ranges of motion, and just gives her some relief. And that's kind of what we're looking at, is just kind of freeing up some of that tension in the back here, especially that joint restriction and that muscle tightness. So, ready to get started?
Let's do it.
Perfect, let's do it. So Mackenzie, as she explained, is having a lot of tightness up in this upper neck area. Kind of goes down into her mid-back here. So what we're dealing with is a lot of trap tightness. That muscle attaches to these cervical vertebrae, comes down into the shoulder, and then down into that thoracic spine area. So when she was carrying Bailey around, our daughter, about 2 years ago, she was getting, did you say left-sided?
Yeah.
Left-sided neck pain, that shoulder area. And it's all kind of stemming from this upper trap here. So what we're going to do is we're going to get some joint motion going right in this thoracic spine, and then we're going to move up into her neck area. So what I'm doing is just getting some joint motion right into this mid-back area. So over the past several years of adjusting Mackenzie, we both have kind of noticed that she doesn't do very well with rotational adjusting in her cervical spine. So we've kind of altered the way we adjust her neck a little bit. We do a lot more axial traction. We create joint space in those facet joints a little bit. And then we also do a pretty unique move, I think I've done in a couple of my videos so far, is a seated occiput lift. And I'll explain a little bit more about that one. But what we're going to do here is just, we're going to get some of that joint space opening up just by pulling some traction in that neck area. So we're just pulling straight up. Kind of releases that muscle tension, opens up those joints a little bit. How does that feel?
Good.
Some extra extension in that neck as well. open up into those suboccipital muscles that connect the skull to that cervical spine, and that's where she holds a lot of her tension.
Yeah, they're so tender.
They help that skull rotate too on that cervical spine, so that's why you see me a little bit of rotation here. Even though we're not adjusting in rotation, just by stretching out those suboccipital muscles gives her a lot of relief. Relax those shoulders. So after we've kind of created some of that joint motion in Mackenzie's upper thoracic spine and cervical spine as well, we're going to do some PNF stretching. This is a pretty cool stretch because it also helps a little bit of strengthening, a little bit of stretching, but overall it increases range of motion in that cervical spine. So what we're going to do is I'm going to press down on this shoulder. We're going to lean your head away.
Okay.
And I want you to bring that ear to shoulder and that shoulder to ear when I say resist, okay? So just breathe normally. Go ahead and resist. And relax. So as she relaxes here, kind of firing those nerve endings, those receptors in the cervical spine, and just allowing a little bit more stretch after she constricts here. Let's do it again. Relax. Just opening up that cervical spine and letting those trap muscles relax a little bit more and easing that tension. One more time.
All right. So how do we feel after all that work on that neck area?
It honestly feels so much better. Just stretching was a huge factor to kind of alleviate some of that muscle tension that I've been having, and honestly I can already, the dull headache is already slightly going away, so.
Good, good. So we appreciate Mackenzie coming in today to the clinic. Appreciate you guys for taking the time watching this video. Hopefully it helped you guys out, learn a little bit. For those of you that have headaches, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Go over to Facebook and Instagram. Check out my social media pages. We have a lot of good information over there as well. And again, we thank you, and we'll see you soon. Have a good one.